as I'm turning from the market looking for the car to go back to so we can leave, a blue car comes. Boom. I'm like, at this moment, my heart nearly dropped because, first of all, why are you pulling up that fast? Okay, welcome back to the channel. We are finally live. So, where have I been? I feel like, every time I come back on video, you guys, it's always a question. But honestly, I'm working a lot of things behind closed doors right now. And I'm trying to get places in the future. Just know that. And I'm studying real hard. But yeah. So, today's... Y'all, you people are not ready. Today's topic is a story time. And this story time is a time when I almost got chased down for marriage in Nigeria. Like, when I say chase down, y'all, I mean like literally, like when someone's trying to chase you down, as in kidnap you, as in take you. This one is serious story time. Get your popcorn, get your ice cream, get whatever snacks you need, because this story time is serious one. So let's get it started. So, this is December 2016. I'm 17 years old. I'm looking fine, looking pink, looking fresh, all of that. Obviously, I'm 21 now. I'm looking, I'm looking pink. Back then, I was still cute. I was still moving how I was moving, general things. So every 3 to 4 years, you go back to Nigeria. You expect it to be fun. It's always a vibe, enjoying family, enjoying the food, enjoying the culture. So many wonderful things. So you don't expect unexpected. You really don't. But this time around, I was blown away. It was something serious. Okay, so usually when you travel back, you either go to the city or the village. For us, we stayed in the city for maybe a week. We stayed in Portaga for about a week, okay? Then went to the village. So, I'm trying to make this as quick as possible. So, in the village and, just visiting family, friends, going to a couple of parties here and there, weddings, general things. But the thing is with the village now, the village is just somehow. It's not always it's fun, but sometimes it's boring. I was looking obviously for things to do. I wanted to know what the teenagers there did. I wanted to do all the shenanigans, fun stuff. So this was a weekend, and this particular weekend, my mom was away at her parents' place. So in Nigeria, when your parents marry, usually you go reside in your father's village. That's gonna be where you're from. So my mom's parents lived maybe a couple hours away, so she went to visit them, but me and my sister stayed with my dad at home. Again, this is a weekend. And this particular day, it was Saturday. This particular day, my dad was, I think he was at his mom's. My auntie's there, but she's cooking in the kitchen. My sister's getting her hair braided. I already got my hair braided, so, I'm looking fresh again. Fresh, fine. I already got my hair braided, so I'm just kind of bored sitting around. My two cousins and his friend are there, so it's a girl cousin. Her name is Chi. We're going to name her Chi in the story. Don't want to use any real names. The other guy, cousin, and then his friend. Friend is not really important in the story, so we're not going to name him. So yeah, okay, and the security guard is there as well. And the thing is, when people travel back home to Nigeria, oftentimes they would have a security guard. Not everyone takes one, but a lot of people I know who do travel home have security guards, and they're called mobile police. And I guess it helps protect you. I don't know, whatever. So that's not the point of the story. He was there. So, my sister's getting her hair braided. I'm just chilling around, again, just chilling with my cousins. And she calls my cousin, Chi. She's like, oh, can you give me some cream from the store? I need some cream to finish his hair. And me, I'm just like, I'm gonna go to the store. That sounds like an adventure to me. So, my cousin obviously is like, sure, whatever. So my guy cousin's like, I can drive you. So basically they are starting getting in the car, and I'm like, I'm gonna go with y'all. I didn't really ask for permission because, first of all, my auntie's cooking. So I'm like, whatever. My mom's not home. My dad's not home. Security guard, you're not my mom. You're not my dad. So I'm not asking you for permission. I don't care if you say no. So I'm going to just go. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go with you guys. So, me, I'm excited. I'm in the car. I'm just like, okay, we about to, we just going to the Plano market to get some cream. And the market's 5 minutes down the road. So it's not really that far. So get in the car, driving, okay. Pull up to the place. You get to the place, and the thing is, the market is like, it's not right. Like, you don't park and it's right there. You park, walk maybe like a minute or two to get there. So my cousin parks, and then me and my cousin Chi, we get out the car so we can go get the cream from the market. So, getting the cream, whatever, exchanging money, And usually when you're done shopping, you turn so you can go back to your car. Your car is your destination. That's where you want to go. That's what you're looking for. But as I'm turning from the market looking for the car to go back to so we can leave, a blue car comes. Boom. I'm like, at this moment, my heart nearly dropped because, first of all, why are you pulling up that fast? Second of all, who are you?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Like, so yeah, okay, he pulls up. This person pulls up, and I'm just kind of like, bro, what is happening? Like, literally, tell me right when we turn, he pulls up because the car is over there. So he pulls up, and then he's like, he rolls out his window like, shh. He's like you in the blue, you're looking so fine. Like, what's your name? Who are you? Type of thing. And I'm like, first of all, you're a grown man. Second of all, don't ever roll up on me like that. Like, don't do that. So, he's like, who are you? What's your name? You're so beautiful, looking so fine. And I'm like, oh, like, my name's Olivia. Thank you. Like, awkward laugh, awkward smile. Not really sure it's what to do. My cousin, she's just laughing because she finds this amusing. I don't. So, then he proceeds to tell me, oh my gosh, he proceeds to tell me, like, where are you from? Like, from around here, where are you from? Because you have that accent, you're from abroad, right? And I'm like, yeah, came from America, but, village is like 5 minutes from over here. Obviously, I don't tell him the village that I'm from because he could easily follow me there. Once you know the village, you can find people who know these people. It's too much of an interconnected circle. So, I'm just like 5 minutes from the village. He's like, oh, that's nice. He's like, I'm from Brazil. I actually have a business up in Brazil. And I'm just like, okay. First, I'm like, I didn't ask. Second of all, you have a business in Brazil, but you're driving a toy car. Sir, should I believe it? Not really. So, I'm like, I just kind of laugh because I don't really know. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Like, I don't know what to say to that because I didn't ask. So that information does nothing for me. And then he's like, do you have a WhatsApp? Like, let me get your number. I would like to take you out. I really like you. I like the way you're looking. You're so fine. And I'm like, first of all, I'm too young for you. Second of all, I don't even got my phone. I say this, I don't have a phone. Like, sorry. Like, I don't have a phone. And he's like, are you sure? Like, you don't remember your number? Like, I'll give you my number. I'm like, no, sir. Like, it's fine. Like, I'm fine. I have to get going. I have to go to the car. I have to get leaving. I'll see you later. And y'all, during this time when this conversation was happening, I forgot to mention this. 2 guys in the car, his car, were getting out and just standing there. So me in my head, I'm like thinking kidnapping scene. Like, I don't know if you guys seen those Nigerian kidnapping scenes, but that's what I was going through my head. So my heart is just like, boom, 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 boom. So, I'm like, okay, sir, like, I have to get going. I have to go, I have to get moving. So I turned and leave because I don't have any interest in this person. I don't have an interest in talking to you. I don't know how you can just like someone just by seeing them. Like, I mean, my dress was nice, but dang, shawty, like, you trying to take me out just off of that? But and mind you, I'm only 17 years old, y'all. So it's just like, this is weird. This is not happy. This is weird. So as I'm doing this, I kind of wave and just get to moving because I have to go. I don't want to be in this situation. So me and my cousin get to the car and she just kind of laughing like, haha, Olivia, da 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 da. And then my cousins in the car are laughing as well. And I'm just like, bro, like, let's go. So put our seatbelts on and we get to moving because we got to go home because the lady needs her cream. So we have to make a U-turn, right? So as we're making this U-turn, I'm just like, let me just look back. Let me just look back to see where these people are going. I don't know why I look back. I just did look back and I see that they're making the same U-turn. So in my head, I'm like, okay, relax, because they're probably just like, they probably have to make a U-turn to get to where they're going. They're probably not following you. Okay. So then we make another turn. This is a left turn, and I'm like, all right, like, and I look back, and again they're making the left turn too. So I'm like, all right, maybe they're in a close village next to us that they have to take this route. Cause I'm like, they're not about to follow us. Like I told the guy, no, they're not about to follow us. And so before we make this next turn that we're about to make, this is a turn that you make when you're going to my village specifically this village. So we make that turn, and I look back, and they're following us again. They make that same turn. So at this point, I'm like, okay, there's something that's telling me that this is more than just turning to turn. So I'm like, okay, I tell my cousin, I'm like, okay, these people are following us. Like, you need to do something because they can't come back to the house. Like, and we need to lose them. Buckle your seatbelts. So my cousin's like, it's okay, don't worry. I'll find a way to cut them off, type of thing. So we make that next turn to try losing. And, I have to keep looking back, and they're still following us. So at this point, my cousin is like hitting high gear. Like, he got to turn the speed up. So, he makes another turn, and he's speeding at this point, and the car behind us continues speeding. So it's just like, this is like a high chase type of thing. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, what is the deal here? And so they're chasing us, and we're trying to make these turns so we can lose them, so we can get back to the house, because again, the lady needs her cream, and I need to get home before my dad gets back, because I'm not supposed to be out. So do that. We make that, keep making turns. They're still following us, and at this point, my cousin's like, we just gonna have to go back home and see what happens, because we have to, like, there's nothing else. There's no more ins and outs of where to go anymore. And so I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what are these? Is this sense? Like, what is going through these people's mind? And so at this point, make this last turn. And this turn is literally the turn to go to my house, because once you make the turn, it's a straight street, and there's my house right there, and you can see the gates. You can see that that's my house, and you can see that from my house. You can see that who's coming down the road. So you make that turn, and I see down the road that the gate is open, meaning my father's home, and I see three people outside. My dad, I see my uncle, and I see the security guard. He's strapped up. He always strapped up because he's ready to bop out. Okay, so then that happens. We make that turn, and at this point, we're speeding down this road, and obviously, when people are speeding, like, when there's such a tense situation, people are speeding, you're gonna look. So I see my dad look, and I'm like, yes, I'm finished. Like this the whole time. Yeah. So we make this turn, and we're speeding down the thing, and I look back. I use my eyes and look back, and these people are still following us. I'm like, what? Is everything okay at home? Why? Why? Because of me? Because why? Because of love? That you're chasing someone? Why? So yeah, okay, so then they're turning us. I'm just like, this one, I'm finished. Like, I'm finished. Because I'm supposed to be in the house. There's a guy following me who wants to date or like or whatever me. Like, it's just not a good combination. So we speed up, and we pull up to our house, like, phew! My dad literally runs up to our car. Slow down. Why are you speeding? Because, my dad hates when people speed, even though he speeds himself, but he hates speeding. Why are you speeding? And then my cousin, who's in the front driving, he gets in the car. He's like, Uncle, like, these people are trying to literally chase us. They've been following us because they saw Olivia. And my dad's confused, because it's like what's happening? Like, just imagine the scene. There's so much happening. 2 cars speeding. I'm in the car. My cousin's getting out screaming. My dad's screaming. It's just so much happening. And so at this point, we put up. My cousin trying to explain everything to my dad. Security guard all strapped up in the back, because like wherever my dad go, he go. So the car behind us comes with his little blue car. Come pew pew. And I'm like, oh my God, like this is the end of my life. And so the guy gets out. My dad's approaching the car, and the security guard, like, as the guy's driving, my security guard, slow down. The guy gets out the car. He's like, and my dad's like, what's the issue? Like, why are you chasing them? He's like, your daughter, she's so beautiful. I saw her walking down the road. I like her. I want to marry her. She's so beautiful. Saying all these things. My dad's just kind of like, what? Like, what? Like, what are you doing? I'm just like, me, I'm in the back, like, because it's like, this is so much has happening. I'm just like, why me? And I'm just kind of looking in the back through the back the back of the car window, like what the heck. And so yeah, and then my dad and the guy is going back and forth. He's trying to explain to my dad why he wants to marry me. He likes me. I'm beautiful. All this, just all these rubbish, useless phrases going out. And so my dad's like, no, she's too young. Like, we're not here for marriage. Like, we're not at this time, not at this time type of thing. The guy is like, it's not going through his head. At that point, the guy's kind of getting a little aggressive, like, I want to marry your daughter. Da, 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 da. And I'm just like, yay, like, why? And so at this point, me and my cousin decided to get out the car because we're still in the car, like watching all this happen in front of us. And we start to walk out the car, and the security guard approaches the guy and is like, my guy, get back in your car. Like, you have to go. Like, this is not happening. And so eventually, like, as we're walking out, I could hear, I wasn't exactly outside, so I didn't exactly see when he left off, but I could hear a lot of arguments being thrown back and forth. Like, I didn't even make eye contact with the guy because that's probably about to bring him like, oh, she likes me. Like, no. And so eventually the guy gets in the car, and I don't know what happened. I got inside at that point, so I'm not really sure what happened after he left. And yeah, like, that was crazy. And then like a couple days later, I ended up going to my grandparents' house with my mom, like in the village. So that was a couple hours away. And I overheard the conversation with my mom and dad that the guy ended up coming back to our compound, like my dad's house, ended up coming back and wanting to speak to my dad about asking for his hand in marriage to marry me. And I'm just like, first of all, did I even ever say yes to you? Like, do I even know you? And so the guy has a little meeting with my dad, my uncles and stuff, trying to explain, how he's this Brazilian businessman and he wants to marry me, he can take care of me, all this rubbish things. I mean, and obviously, like, they ended up saying no because I'm too young. I'm 17 years old. And so eventually, like, the whole situation was over. We never saw the guy again. I went back to Nigeria in this last year, 2019, and we luckily didn't see him again. So obviously he figured his life out and got to where he had to go. But y'all, I actually got chased down to be married, like, literally following us. And I'm just, the thing is, in Nigeria, you just never know who is who or who's out to get you. So in my head, I'm like, this is literally, my life is over. Like, bye. Like it's just crazy. But yeah, you really got to be careful when you travel, making sure you're with the right people. Honestly, I wish I would have just, like, well, I feel like it would have happened anyways. Even if I didn't say hi to the guy, he probably still would have followed us. So yeah, but man, just stay safe out here. But Nigeria is, like, always fun. Like, there's always a lot of nice things to do, nice things to eat, the music. Like, if you go there, you'll definitely enjoy it. A lot of experiences, a lot of people are always welcoming and friendly, as you can tell, very friendly. People will just like you because you're beautiful, type of thing. So yeah, it's an amazing place to visit. Just be safe, making sure you're the right people. Again, honestly, should just stay my butt at home to avoid the whole situation. Like, my fast self. So I'm like, I want to go out. But meanwhile, I should just be sitting my butt at home because I have no business going out. Like, it's just wild. But yeah, man. But the crazy thing is, though, when I do go back to Nigeria, I really want to experience Dirty December, like, and the concerts and everything. So I probably will have more story times for you guys about that, because I would not be sitting my butt at home. Of course not. Why would I do that? Hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you guys want to hear more, please let me know down below. Comment below, like this video. And also, I am at 200 subscribers. And I know it's not a lot. It may not be a lot to you people out there who got millions of subscribers, but to me, that's a lot. So yeah, I'm hoping to continue to grow this channel. Hopefully get 1,000 one of these days. We'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, share, turn on post notifications, and comment down below on what you guys want to see. I have a lot in store for you guys, so come on, y'all. But yes, I will see y'all later. Bye.